To love or to poly love? That is the question. What's up, P-Hope family? What's good? This is season 3, episode, I think, 28. Love after lockup, life after lockup. Whew, child. I wasn't right, but we gonna talk about it anyway. Let's jump right in. I want to start with John and Christiana because y'all know I've been talking about this John and Christiana thing for the last 2 weeks, ever since they dropped that commercial, and they had me thinking that it was one thing, but you know, I was right, but I wasn't right. We got John ass in his bedroom reading a newspaper or a magazine or some shit like that. And, you know, he's chilling. He's doing whatever. And he lets us know that it has been, well, that Christiana was only in the free world for 3 days before she had to go turn herself in. Y'all remember she was at the halfway house. And then she went on another substance binge, and she stayed out away from the halfway house too long, so that caused her to have to go back to jail and do some jail time. Okay, now so it says that she has been gone for 9 months. So John has not seen his wife in 9 months. So, you know, it looks like it's been about 9 months, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Christiana mama looked good. She looked good. If y'all remember the frail condition that she looked like she was in when we first met her, and if y'all seen her tonight, mama looks good. Like, I don't know what John been doing at the house. I don't know if he been around there, you know, doing these Indian traditions on her, giving her those some Indian elixirs to drink. I don't know what's been going on, but you know, wherever mama was living at with Tara versus her living with John, you can tell that it has done a body good. So mama looks good. Tara ass, she done gained some weight, so she looks like she's been clean for the most part. You know, if I had to look at her to determine from how we met her to how she looks today, I would say that she's been clean, but you know, who's to say? And John has even gained a little quarantine weight his damn self. So, you know, everybody looks good. You know, everybody looks healthy. And, so, you know, they all just one big happy family frolicking around in the house or whatnot. And then we get a phone call from Christiana. So, you know, she calls and she like, hey, babe, you know, how you doing? And this, that, and the third. And he's like, good, you know, I'm just, you know, trying to see what's up with you. And he was like, I miss you terribly. And then we hear the sister Tara say, you heard that, Mom? He said my name. So I'm looking, I'm like, girl, you know I got my eye on you. You know I got my eye on you. And she was like, yeah, he said my name. And then he took the phone off his ear. He like, huh? What are you talking about? And she was like, I heard you say my name. You miss her terribly. And he was like, oh my God. Like, girl, bye. And so, you know, he's like, well, let me just step into the next room so that I can talk to you without, you know, everybody in my business. So he goes, he makes the phone call to Christiana or whatever. And she was letting John know that she will be home in 30 days. She said, well, baby, I only got 1 more month before I come home. That news made John super excited. He's like, oh my God, you come home in a month. Like, I just cannot believe it. I can't wait till you are here in my arms. I miss you and I love you so much. So, you know, they're having their conversation or whatever. So while John doing all that, they go have a confessional with mama. And Mama let us know that John and Tara have definitely been doing an awful lot of flirting, and they've been moving real suspect around in the house. And she said that she you know, she can't prove that they have done anything inappropriate, and that she hopes for Christiana's sake and for the sake that that's her son-in-law, that, you know, that they haven't done anything. But she ain't gonna put it past them either. So I don't know if Tara have a if Tara has a, what am I trying to say, like I can't get it out of what I'm trying to say. Y'all know I always get on this camera and act like I don't know English. Like, dang. I'ma just say habit, because I can't think of the damn word that I'm looking for. So I don't know if Tara has a habit of, you know, just being with whoever man. She got that I don't give a fuck spirit on her, because the way that the mama said it, like, it seems like she may have been in this situation before. But I could be reaching, you know, I could definitely be reaching. But yeah, so Mama said what she said. And then it goes to a scene where, you know, John is just getting home from work. He tired or whatnot. And he goes out in the backyard because he got some little rock stage back there. And he let us know that in these 9 months that Christiana been gone, he has really been doing a lot of work around the house. He said since she's been gone, he done got the bedroom together. He got the backyard. He did some landscaping in the backyard. He got a pool put in back there, honey. They paying to the little pool, and it looked like, you know what, let's just move on. He was tired, so he just went to sit down on the back porch. And then, of course, here comes Tara ass behind him, skinning and grinning. And I'm already looking at her like, what do you want? And so she's like, you know, hey, you know, you had a hard day at work or whatever. And he was like, yes, you know, like, I am tense. And she's like, oh, okay, you need a massage? And at first she was sitting beside him, and she just kind of threw her hand up there, massaging him a little bit. And then she decided that she wanted to get up and walk behind him. Like, I gotta have some kind of whole spirit on me to think that it's okay to massage my sister's husband's shoulders after a long day of work. And John already said that since Christiana's been gone, she has definitely been filling the role of a partner. I ain't really know how to feel about that statement, because it actually sounded really poly to me. But, you know, as the little scene moves on or whatever, she continued to massage, and then she kind of looks him in his eyes or whatever, and she was like, you know, what is it? And he was like, you know, it's no need in us, you know, pretending that we don't see the elephant in the room. You know, I know it's something there. I'm just not quite sure what that something is. And she took that opportunity to come around in front of him, straddle her legs across him, and then proceed to massage him from the front while staring him in his eyes, giving him bedroom eyes. And I said, boy, if you ain't one trifling. Woo! But anyway, so, you know, she's sitting there, and so she's like, you know, what is it? And he's like, I don't really know what it is. And then the cameraman, you know that fool just so shady. So he gonna pan in on how slow she was sitting there rubbing him or whatever. And she was giving him like them slow, intimate rubs. And I'm just sitting here boiling over, because one thing about me, in my personal opinion, hoeing should have a limit. Like, certain people are off limits. I'm all for the whole movement, but I just feel like everything has a cutoff point. And I feel like Tara is at that cutoff point. Like, you know, if when John walked by, if he making your coochie jump, you need to figure out something to fight that temptation. I don't care if you gotta go somewhere and relieve yourself every time that this man rile you up, you know, sizzling your spirit, as Country Wayne would say. Like, figure it out. But anyway, so what Tara decided to do while she straddled across here, he's like, so what are we gonna do about these feelings and all this flirting that we got going on amongst each other? And she took that opportunity to go in for the kiss. So, they sitting here like this, and she went in for the kiss, and that nigga swerved that ass. And I said, girl, John, that's what the fuck you get. That's what a hoe need. A hoe needs to be checked. You know what I'm saying? You finesse her. You see how far these whole tendencies are gonna go. And then when you see that she's down with going all the way, that's when you swerve. That's when you swerve. Now, she said that really hurt her feelings, and she doesn't know what she's gonna do with all these emotions that she have for John. But John, I'm going to tell you what you need to do with all them emotions that she have for you. You need to pack that bitch up and pack that bitch out. She need to be up and out, because when Christiana come home, I feel like her whole tendencies are going to go from a 10 to a damn 20. Because at this point, she has set her eyes on the prize, and she looked like just the type to do whatever she gotta do to get this man. Because y'all, let me tell you, when I told y'all the scene started and he was laying on the bed, she gonna bring her pale ass up out the bathroom with nothing but a towel on, talking about, do you got my cell phone? And he was like, no. And she was like, yes you do. Get up, get up. I know you got my phone. I know you done hid my phone from me. Is this my phone right here? Bitch, do you got a pink phone case? A red phone case? Whatever color case that was. Like, you know that ain't your motherfucking phone. So then she done made him get up so she could just pat him on his ass. Oh, let me pat your pockets. Let me see. She just grabbing that non-existent ass. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, Christiana, you don't strike me as the violent type, but when you see this footage and you see how your sister done carried on, I want you to slap every goddamn pepperoni off that bitch face. That's what I want you to do to your sister. I know that's your sister. I know that's your blood. And I know you love her. But I just want you to rewind back to the day that she was walking you back to the halfway house, and she did all this ugly ass crying like she just loved you so much. And then fast forward to this scene where she's sitting there trying to kiss your man and take your man away from you, and then had the audacity to say, I don't even know how you so in love with my sister when you don't even know her. Well, bitch, okay, granted, you've been there 9 months. But he obviously didn't know too much about you either, because I'm sure he had no idea that he was moving your hot coochie ass in his house, because if he knew that, he would have came up with a plan B. Because, mama is minding her business apparently. And, so we're just gonna have to ride this wave and see where it go, because that's all they gave us. But I hope that they hurry up and fast forward to the part where these 30 days are up and Christiana bring her ass home. And I hope she find out exactly what done went on between them two, because I don't feel like John is gonna slip up and do nothing with her if he hasn't at this point. And Christiana only got 30 more days. I feel like he's gonna do right and he'll respect the marriage. But John, I'ma dig in your ass too. You didn't have no business leading that girl on the way that you did. If you knew that she was flirting with you and that she was getting a little too close for comfort that you should be doing with your damn brother-in-law, you should have nipped that in the bud from day one, that you noticed that. But no, you enjoyed the attention because you knew your wife still had a long time in jail. So you was just kind of testing the waters and seeing if this was something that you might want to pursue or you might not want to pursue. So you ain't off the hook. You're not innocent. But I am proud of you for resisting temptation. But like I said, it's at a bare minimum. my proudness is at a bare minimum because you wrong and Tara.
Call it take to make some boy wipe up her hurt and drop down flat.
Girl, let's just move on. Amber and Puppy. Y'all remember last week, Amber and Puppy had went out to a bar. They had got drunk. Well, let me say, I think Puppy got tipsy, but Amber motherfucking ass was drunk, okay? They came home, they bumped coochies, wow. And now we're at the next morning. So Puppy is up and Puppy's still in her feelings because y'all remember she was in her feelings on the car ride home that night. So she woke up same way. She's still in her feelings, and Amber has a hangover. But you know, Puppy don't give a damn about none of that. She came right on out with it and she said, look, I want to know what's up. And so Amber like, what's up with what? She said, what's up with us? I need to know, are we going to be together forever, or are you going to be doing your thing and I'm going to be doing mine, and then you just get drunk and get gay? Like, I need to know. So she has an attitude and she's emotional about it all at the same time. And Amber's response was she doesn't think that it's fair for Puppy to bombard her with such a serious question first thing when they waking up, and plus while she has a hangover. She doesn't think that question is fair. She still feels like they just need to just kind of ride this thing out and see where it's gonna go. And at the end of the day, it's really just all some bullshit because Amber is playing the game. That's what the fuck Amber is doing. She won't just come out and tell Puppy as the truth. And the truth is that she is in love with her ex-boyfriend, Sammy. She's already revealed to all of us, including Puppy, that she's never been with a woman. You know what I'm saying? She was gay for stay. And I feel like that's still the problem because she's in love with the man Sammy, and she shows us pictures of Sammy, and y'all, Sammy actually looked like he looked good, but you know, I need to see him on screen before I can verify that. But them pictures that she put up there, he looked like he's cute. And I think that Amber is trying to wait until Sammy gets out and see what he's really gonna do, and you know, how he can contribute to what she already has going on. And I feel like depending on what Sammy, you know, if Sammy gonna be a plaything or if he gonna be serious, will determine exactly what she's gonna do with Puppy. Because as of right now, you know, she can continue to get drunk and get some ass. That's number one. And number two, she has a guaranteed roof over her head. So Amber, I'm really disappointed with you because I do think that you do love Puppy and you have feelings for her, but it's certainly not the same feelings that Puppy have for you. Like, you had that girl laying in bed in tears and all you could do was look and smile, and you was slick giggling a little bit at the fact that she was so emotional over you. But if y'all spent so long together in jail and you knew how Puppy felt about you, I don't understand why you can't just embrace her and what she's saying and be honest enough to say, okay, well, Puppy, you know that me and you developed whatever we had in jail, and we know that being locked up in a relationship is a lot different than being in the free world, being in a relationship. Puppy even said that herself. So with that being said, I don't know where I'm at. I got this dude on the side. You know, I don't know if I'm going back to my ex. I don't know if I'm ready to just come out and be full-fledged gay in front of you. Like, you know, I want to be able to claim you if I'm going to be with you. I don't want to always have to be under the influence of alcohol to be with you. So I think that's just an honest conversation that Amber ass need to have, and she's not having it. Shame on you for doing that girl heart like that, but I'ma mind my business. Now, love after lockup people, y'all get on my nerves with hyping me up with these commercials, and then I don't get this scene on the next episode. So anyway, I'm going right on into Chevelle and Quaylon. Oh goddamn Quavo. So y'all remember Quavo popped up at the amusement park in Branson. And he was ready to just, you know, spill his guts out to Chevelle. So they still sitting on the bench, and you know, he's just professing his love to Chevelle, while all at the same time he's struggling to keep them goals in his mouth. And we have also verified that he does not work at that barbershop up there in Houston, because we saw that Quavo needed a lineup very badly because he had peas going all across the front of his head, and his facial hair was not groomed. So you know, I was disappointed in that, because when you was locked up, you was very well groomed, well manicured, probably pedicured, hell, I don't know, but you had your shit together while you was locked up and when you first came home. And now, you know, you done lost all this weight. I don't know if you was going ahead trying to lose the quarantine 15, or if, you know, you got out and was listening to Future, Miley Percocet. I don't know what you got going on, but I don't like it. Okay? I don't like it, Quavo. You're such a handsome young man, and I just feel like you need to get back to that healthy, you know, hydrated skin. You need to get back to the Quavo that we saw behind bars, okay? Because I ain't liking this one. You're looking dusty. Your hair is uneven. But anyway, you know, like I said, he's sitting there kicking the shit to Chevelle. He's like, look, you know, I just want my family back. I understand that it's gonna take a lot. I know we got trust issues, especially, you know, when somebody step outside the relationship and there's cheating accusations involved. I know it's gonna take a lot, but I'm ready to put in that time. I'm ready to put in that effort. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I done came all the way to Branson to see you, see my daughter. Like, I'm just ready for us to be back to the way we was. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the naysayers win. Don't let them do that. Don't give them what they want. You know where my heart at. I know where your heart at. And y'all, everything that this man was putting down, she was right there picking it up. She was sopping up everything word for word and just a damn cheesing. And so then Maila comes over and she starts talking about this little ride that she want to go on or whatever. So Quaylon was like, you know, Daddy will take you over there on the ride or whatever. So Quaylon and Maila go ride a ride. And so Chevelle takes that opportunity to go find D-Mark. So when she gets over to him, you know, she's trying to check the temperature. And, you know, she's like, you know, hey, you know, how you feeling? And, you know, D-Mark didn't hold his tongue. Y'all know my man don't bite his tongue. He said, I just can't believe that you letting this man be around you right now. Like, I'm so very confused. You just had all this energy about how much of a pussy nigga he is, about, you know what I'm saying, he got this fuckboy mentality. You moving on with your life. As soon as he come and all he do is show up and ask for a hug, and you cheesing from ear to ear. So he's like, I'm very confused. So here she go talking about some, well, you know, he deserves another chance. I have to give him another chance. D-Mark was looking like, you have to. You ain't got to do shit, baby, but stay black and die. You don't have to give this man another chance. Like, you talking crazy right now. And so she was like, you know, I'm just saying, like, everybody, he deserves another chance. I have to be fair to him and this and that and the third. So that was like D-Mark's boiling point. He couldn't take it no more. And so he was like, you know what? I already see where this is going. You know, you're excited that this man is here. But me personally, I'm through looking at this fool. So I'm going to find me somewhere to be. And y'all have a wonderful family outing here at this damn entertainment park. Because I'm out. And then we saw D-Mark walk his ass off. And that was cut scene. Sarah and Michael. Okay, so we are at Sarah's house. Michael is there and the children are there. They're, you know, all in the living room. They playing and doing the family thing. And then Sarah comes out the back room looking like, you know, she ready to step on that. So Michael like, you know, oh shit, you know, you looking good. And she like, oh, thank you. And he said, well, you know, where you getting ready to go? And she said, I'm going on a little date. And he was like, oh, okay. And so then Aviana was like, going on a date with who? And she said, you know, mommy's going to see Malcolm. And so, you know, Michael got the looking and he like, oh, all right. He said, well, you know, let me look at you. Let me make sure you look appropriate. So then he twirls her around. He trying to feel on her little booty or whatever. And she was like, cut all that out. You know, that ain't for you to be touching on. And so he let her know that she looks nice or whatever. And so as soon as she leaves out the door, he was like, oh, well, you know, that's cute. She going on a little play date or whatever. And he was like, even Aviana says she's just going on a play date. Like, it's not for real. He was like, any relationship that I want to break up of Sarah's, I can easily do it, because at the end of the day, the kids know what's up. I know what's up. I'm the only one probably that's not in denial about this situation. And in that moment when he said that, y'all, I actually had to agree with him, because I don't know why Sarah is fighting the feeling, and I talked about that last week, so I ain't gonna go back all into that whole spiel. But you know, at the end of the day, like I said, I totally agree with Michael. Like, it's some feelings there and she just don't want to admit it. But fast forward, she goes on her date with Malcolm and she meets him at this restaurant. I think it was called 650 or something like that. I don't remember the name of the restaurant exactly, but y'all, it looked like the same exact place where she had Baby Rain's birthday party. It looked like that same damn parking lot, but I could be wrong. So anyway, you know, Malcolm is there. Malcolm beat her to the restaurant and she's like, oh, did I have you waiting long? And he was like, oh, no, you good. So they greet each other with a little hug and kiss or whatnot. And you can already see that Malcolm's vibe is a little bit off. So like, he probably can tell that it's something up, because he's accustomed to coming to her house. But she has not had the conversation yet. She said she wanted to have the conversation at dinner. So, you know, of course, with them just getting there, they're just having casual conversation, catching up on whatever's been going on, whatever. And in the middle of them having their conversation, Sarah gets a phone call. Hello? Hey, what you doing? I'm on my date. Oh yeah, where you at? She said, I'm on a date. And he said, yeah, you know, I heard what you said, but I'm asking you where you at. And then all you heard was goodbye, Michael. But she didn't put her phone right away. Then she started texting. So what I think happened is she hung up on him because she didn't want to verbally say where she was, but when she sent that text message, I think she sent Michael her location. So me and Malcolm looking crazy at this point, because he was like, so, you know, that was baby daddy. How are things working out with you and him? So that was the segue into the conversation that she wanted to have with him anyway. So she was like, yeah, so about that. You know, Michael is still out here, and, you know, he was wasting money pretty much over there at the hotel. So I offered for him to come and stay with me and the girls. So you could see Malcolm kind of look like, bitch, what? And she was like, yeah, I wanted him to come and stay with us because I feel like that family dynamic is what we need, at least for that little bit of time that he's going to be here. He's only going to be here for 2 weeks. And he's already been here for a week. So, you know, he doesn't have that many more days here. So, hey, like, why not just come stay with me and the girls? And I mean, of course, it's working out because as you can see, I'm able to come out with you instead of us, you know, having to stay home. And Malcolm was like, I mean, it sounds good, but then when he did his confessional outside, he was like, she must think I'm boo-boo the goddamn fool if I think that it's okay for the father of both of her kids to temporarily move in with her, because she gonna try to make it sound better by saying, yeah, he's there, but you know, we're not in a living situation. Like, he's not gonna stay there permanently. We're not gonna move in together. And he was looking like, well, bitch, I never assumed that y'all were gonna move in together because, you know, just the last time I was here, you hated his ass. So my mind never went there. But the way that you putting this out here, like, I'm definitely side-eyeing the fuck out your ass. So long story short, what Malcolm ended up saying was that, you know, there's obviously still some strings that need to be tied up between you and the father of your child. So what I'm gonna do is remove myself from the situation until y'all get that figured out. And you know, if it's meant for us to try it again later on down the road, then, you know, if the cards are on the table to do that, then we'll proceed from there. But other than that, you know, I just wish you and him and them kids the best, because I'm not finna be the third wheel, and I don't want to have to be the I don't want to have to beat a ninja down. So I'ma just go ahead and remove myself from the situation. And as a matter of fact, I'ma head on up out of here. And he left his food sitting right there, his wine sitting right there, and you know, he didn't leave no money on the table, so that means that Sarah had to pay for the meal. And Malcolm was out. He didn't want nothing else to do with it, and they were trying to get a confessional out of him. And I think he did say a little bit more before he got in his car, but at one point you heard him say, I wish you get them fucking cameras out my face. Like, Malcolm was over it. He was completely over it. And so, you know, he figured out real fast that Sarah is definitely with the shits when it comes to Michael. And I just know that Michael, looking back on this and being able to see the date, it is going to tickle him to no end, because he called it. He said any relationship that he wants to end of Sarah's, he will always have the power over her to do that. And he showed us just that. So it's fucked up on Sarah's part, because Michael is fucking her mentally so hard and she doesn't even see it. But you know, it's genius on his end, because this still gives him the opportunity to finesse his way into her panties. And I feel like he's gonna accomplish that before he goes back home. It'll probably be more towards the end of the week, but I feel like he's gonna get them draws, whether it be her being upset about the breakup or just the fact that he's leaving and at the end of the day, this is my husband. She's gonna find some kind of valid excuse to throw them legs back. But that's your legs and not mine, so we just gonna move on. Sean and Destiny. Okay, y'all remember last week they left us on the cliffhanger trying to figure out if Destiny was gonna show up to this damn court date or no. So it is 10 minutes before time for the actual hearing to start, and of just a few minutes after that mark, we see her car pull up. She pulls up in the parking lot, and Sean ass lets out a huge sigh of relief, because remember, he had just got there with his uninvited ass. So Brittany is still standing out in the parking lot. So as soon as she see her sister pull up, she comes over to the car and she's like, bitch, You know, like, you worried the hell out of me because I wasn't sure if you were going to show up or not. And she was like, yeah, you know, I left the house way earlier because I just really needed some time to myself to just think about it and make the right decision for me. And I just decided that I just really want to get this shit done and over with. So, you know, very proud of you for that, because that is the right decision to make, whether it feels like it is or not. So, you know, good job, Destiny. So Destiny is getting ready to head on into the courthouse, and all she hear is Sean little mouth ass talking about Destiny, wait up. What? So Destiny turned around and she like, well, what the fuck are you doing here? I asked you not to come. And he was like, yeah, but you know, you got my $50,000 on the line, so I had to see if you were gonna show up. She was like, man, fuck you. Like, I'm finna go on in here and give my damn life away. Like, I ain't giving my life to Christ. I'm giving my life to the court system. And I asked you not to show up. You the last person that I want to see. And he's like, well, I'm just here for support. I'm just, you know, I want to see you do good. And he's like, and she was like, well, no. And then she flicked his ass a bird, which had me absolutely hollering, because she flipped his ass off and she said, look, I don't want to see you. You better not come in here, first of all. And second of all, when I come back out of this damn courtroom, you better not be in this parking lot. Well, she came back out the courthouse. She did make it out. And Sean motherfucking ass was still in that parking lot. And I said, look at this damn glare for punishment. Because Destiny, I don't know how many times a person can say fuck you. I don't know how many ways it can be broke down. Because a person ain't got but one time to tell me, and I'm either going to react one or two ways. You either about to get popped, or I'm just going to go ahead and head on out. Like, it's only two ways that could go. But, you know, for Sean, it only brings him closer. Because, you know, he ain't got them all up there. Like, Sean, you done secured these $50,000. But his thing is, he waited to see what the outcome was going to be, because if it's a continuation, that means that his $50,000 is still on the damn line. So that's one reason he stayed. And the other reason he stayed is because he really wanted to talk to Destiny and figure out, like, why does she have so much anger and animosity towards him? Like, he's completely confused. And to be honest, I don't know why she's giving him that much hell either. Like, I don't know if in her head she has just said, look, I got what I could get out of this man. It was fun while it lasted, but you know, now I'm at the point where I'm done with this. I'm about to move on to the next, and he just need to forget about me. But I'm kind of on Sean's side, because first of all, you didn't give me no warning that you was just completely over me and tired of me. That's number one. And number two, bitch, you riding around in my car. You don't work. You don't go get up and go to nobody's job. You don't bring in nobody's income. Them keys in your hand, them belong to me. Them four wheels that you rolling around here on, them mine. So, baby, if you so done with me, run me my shit. Get in the car with your sister and make sure you take your raggedy mouth ass back to the next court date, because you still got my $50,000 on hold. Now, that's how he should have talked to her. But instead, he sat there with that little mouse mouth. And he was like, I just don't know what's going on. So, as she's cussing his ass out, his only comeback was, you know, you got a lot of nerve calling me a liar and say I'm keeping secrets when you got a whole fiance out here. You know, I went on social media and you're engaged to somebody. That was angry as he got, y'all. I would have cussed her ass out from here to behind God's back. But, you know, me and Sean is cut from two completely different cloths. So, you know, it is what it is. But she said, so the fuck what? Okay, I got a fiance. So what? Like, Okay, you want some hard truth? I'm gonna give your ass the truth. You wasn't nothing but a trick to me. You've been a trick since day one, and that's just real shit. I said, ooh, not real shit. That's real shit. Listen, Destiny would have had me fucked up. She would have had me all the way fucked up. Like, courthouse or no courthouse, I would have popped that bitch. But, you know, maybe not if I was a man, because I don't think I would be a woman beater. I'm not violent. You know, it's Pisces Nation over here, and we don't act like that. But, you know, Destiny has a mouth on her that just really takes me to a whole nother level. And so then they panned the camera over to Brittany, and Brittany was like, I don't know what in the sci-fi Twilight Zone I'm out here witnessing. She was like, this the weirdest shit I have seen in quite some time. Brittany didn't want nothing to do with it. But that's where they left. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all, my screen had cut off for a second. But yeah, that's what's going on with Sean and Destiny. So, but Destiny did do a confessional, and she said the reason that she ended up coming back out the courtroom is because of Miss Rona, Miss C19. They had to give her, they had to do a continuation. That's what I'm trying to say. They had to do a continuation and issue her out another court date, and then she will come back. So all the charges are still on the table, and she is still looking at some jail time. And I think we have already discovered at this point that Destiny is already incarcerated. So, you know, we're just going through the motions of the show at this point. So, because she's already locked up. And we're going to move on to our last couple. Y'all know Brittany and Marcelino always end up on the back end for me, y'all. I promise it's not shade. It's all love to you, Brittany and Marcelino. But, you know, y'all just be the calm couple. So I just always put y'all on the end. But anyway, let's see where it starts off. Oh, y'all remember they had went and picked Miss Cindy up from down there at the motel, and she is on her way back to the house with Brittany and Marcelino. So when they get there, you know, they coming in, the kids are asleep, and her mama tried to talk, and Brittany was like, shh, you know, be quiet, just, you know, let everybody sleep. She was like, you know, whatever we have to talk about, we'll talk about that in the morning. Okay, so fast forward, the morning came, Brittany's talking to her mama, and she's like, you know, how did you sleep last night? And she was like, you know, I actually slept very well. She's drinking her a cup of coffee, and she looks good. Miss Cindy actually looks good. So Brittany steps out on the back porch, and she's back there with Marcelino. And Marcelino gets a fire going. They got the tiki torches going, and they're just sitting back there, and she's like, well, I want to talk to, I think I want to talk to my mom about going to Alaska. I remember last time she went to Alaska, she was able to kick her addiction. And I feel like her going back could possibly, you know, get her to that place again. I think that's how that conversation went. So Marcelino at that point, he was a little irritated because he's like, you know, I'm really over this whole situation with your mom, and I understood that it was going to be a lot that came with you when I married you, but I didn't realize I was going to have to go through so much with your mom. But, you know, if you think that this is what's going to possibly be the final straw with this whole addiction thing with your mom, then, you know, I'll support you, because ultimately it's going to be my dime that has to pay to get your mom to Alaska. It's going to have to be my support to hold you up and lift you up. So, you know, just count me in. As your husband, count me in. So, I thought that was big of you, Marcelino, because, you know, we know that you're over Miss Cindy at this point. So, but you are doing everything that you need to do to be supportive of Brittany. So, I think that that is, you know, that's what's up. And you're doing your husband duties on that end. So, big up to you, Marcelino. Let me see. Now we're at the next morning. That was all that little scene was at nighttime. So the next morning when Miss Cindy is drinking that coffee, Brittany is ready to announce that to her mom. So she's like, I really wanted to talk to you about going back to Alaska. Because Brittany let us know that her mom got addicted to pain pills because she has, I want to say, y'all, it's fibromyalgia. I could be saying that she got the wrong condition, but I think she said her mama has fibromyalgia. And so it started out with her taking 1 Percocet a day. Then it turned out into, oh, well, let me take 2 Percocets, and then the dosage went up from there, and then she switched over to morphine, and then, you know, so it was just a snowball. She needed something stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's where she's at the point where she's at today. You know, as soon as she starts to feel a little pain in her body, she just damn near ODs on pain, on prescription medication. And so Brittany feels like if she goes back to Alaska, then she could kind of fight some of those demons. And we find out that she's going to Alaska to see her mom, to see Cindy's mom. Now, Brittany called Cindy's mom out by her government name. She didn't call her grandma. She didn't call her nana. She didn't call her TT. Whatever that lady government name was, I don't forgot it at this point. But she called her by her government name. And she said that she vividly remembers that the last time she went to see this lady, she accidentally spilled a cup of water on her cigarettes and got her cigarettes wet. And in turn, the grandmama turned around and jab slapped the hell out of her. And I said, well, damn. And she said that she treated Miss Cindy even worse than that. Like, the back slap was nothing. So we obviously now know that Miss Cindy has been through a lot dealing with her mom. You know, it's probably a lot of mental abuse there, physical abuse there, and ain't no telling what else. So and then they did a confessional with Miss Cindy outside, and Miss Cindy said that, you know, that's just a really touchy subject for her. She just could not stop crying. She said she didn't want to think about that situation right now, and she, you know, she just didn't want to deal with it. So Brittany is asking her, what do you want to do? Like, I really think it would be a good idea for you to go to Alaska, face your fears, say what you gotta say, because at the end of the day, sometimes what it takes is to just confront a person and forgive them and move on. And so Miss Cindy let that sizzle in her spirit for a little bit, because at first she was saying that she was, you know, real unsure about the situation, but ultimately she ended up agreeing to go to Alaska. So I guess the next time we see them, they will be packing up to go on an Alaska trip, and we'll see how that goes. But y'all, that was all 6 couples, and that was it. If you enjoyed this video, then please give your girl a big fat thumbs up. If you enjoyed me, then by all means, go down below and hit that subscribe button. It's free 99. So just smash that subscribe button so that you do not miss a video. I upload each and every week. So with that being said, I want you to be happy, be healthy, be safe. It's your girl P Hope, and I will catch you in the next video.